Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw the first half of the peace treaty for World War I or World War II. That saw what the countries got out of one another, and we also saw some stuff with alliances and some stuff with the and we also saw power rankings. In this episode, we will be taking a look at. I might only just have time to do the peace treaty, but we'll see. So let's get started with it. So to start off, we have not all of that. We have all of this going over to Alaska because, like, I have to have an orange Alaska in my WICSO, apparently. If you look at this map right here, orange Alaska. So, yeah, gotta have one. Alright. And then we also see the dark red California here. I also did put in capital cities for all of these new countries. I'm not gonna point them out. Y'all gotta find it. Just because I don't have the time for it. I'm sure you can already see most of them, or at least in the areas we have gotten to. You've seen them. Yeah, that island there was not owned by the Dark Cyan team. They had to get rid of their colony a while ago. And out of all the new South American nations, this yellow one is the most populated, believe it or not. So all countries formed in this light gray color, they are all from Catalonia. Any in the white color here, those countries all came from South China. No, no, it's right here. Let's get that. Alright, had to trudge up the coast. Alright, and the darkest of the grays. That border looks extremely bad. Alright, the darkest of the grays, which is right here, this was from North France. This is their only colony remaining post World War II. Or no country had like major colonies post World War II. But right here, you might notice Tanzania and Mozambique are back. Yeah, that is I didn't feel like drawing in every border how it was. So I just took them out of this map here and then plopped them on here. Although Ethiopia is getting some land from Tanzania that they wanted, that gave to West France. So they just got even stronger than they already were. Not like they could easily cook any country in Africa, because they can't. They could cook almost any country in Africa. But there's the little thing called the Great Empire here, and you don't want to mess with them if they're stronger than you. Which yeah, 2 and 3. Number 1 is the Great Empire, which at one point these guys were once the number 1 strongest country in the world, believe it or not. But not no mo, or actually now no, now some mo. They're definitely number one strongest. Although it really isn't by much, and the only reason that they're the strongest is because they lost like nothing during World War II and pretty much gave up. Like they had a total death toll of around like 70,000, which is they had less than that even. They had like 50,000 people die in their country, which is absurd if you really think about it. Right. Well, since this definitely went a lot quicker than I thought, we will do the rest of the stuff with alliances, which is just the alliance power ranking, and then we might get into some other stuff that'll kind of lead into the next episode, which I don't have anything planned for because I really thought this was going to go longer. I kind of just ranted half the time, so alright, alright. So now, new world map, yay! Alright, so for on the we're gonna turn on alliances. I go on to the power rankings layer and start adding every alliance that exists. So squares, and we've got the circle, and we have the diamond alliance exists. Then there's also the cross alliance. Then I believe there's the triangle alliance. And last, but definitely not least, we have the trapezoid alliance. Alright, so number one. Who do you think number one is? Well, who's been number one every other time? The Cross Alliance. Of course, that has to change with the new number one country and its number four partner leading the world, and really just leading their alliance. Make this a bit bigger. Number two, though, does go over to the Cross Alliance, just seeing as they do have quite a lot of powerful members, having 2nd, 11th, 12th, 16th, and 19th. Number 3 will go over to the Triangle Alliance. And a little something about the peace treaty I never mentioned. These guys here, forbidden from uniting. Even if just Mesopotamia wanted to join with these guys, forbidden. That's part of the World War II peace treaty. So just figured I'd let you guys know that. I'm just gonna put the numbers in. All right, number 4. I put number 3 as the wrong country. All right, number 4. I would. Yeah, I'm giving over to the Square Alliance. If the 5th, the 6th, the 8th, the 20th strongest, and the 7th strongest members. So honestly, eh, just because Ethiopia. So between 3 and 4 is a decent sized gap. Or actually, it's more between 4 and 5 is a decent sized gap for military power. And then even from that, it's between probably 8 and 9 is another decent gap. But that leaves two alliances, and well, one of these alliances has the top 10 military power and the 21st strongest. It's also got some other decent nations. It's also got the 15th. And the other alliance, well, they've got one. two, three, four other members, just as is, plus the ninth. So I'm going to give 5 over to the circles. Nice. 5 over to the circles, and 6 goes to the diamond alliance. Alright, let's now get into the actual episode where I'm only going to have one event happening for just this episode, just because we've already gone through a bit. And that one event is actually going to be another unification. A lot of countries have unified recently, and this time's no different, as Cambodia and Vietnam will unionize, as there's a smaller than the first, but a second Great Depression happening. Some countries never even fully got out of the first Great Depression. Um, for example, like this red team, they're in like actually not them. They're not really, but this blue team up here, they're really bad off right now. Uh, their technology, worst technology you could have. Stability, yellow. These guys, I think, use top line stability. Just, but all right. Well, actually, we do have another quickly done event happening. Somebody's not satisfied with their current land gains, and that's also the reason why they kind of left someone out of their alliance. So, they'll be invading not one, not two, but three small nations nearby them, and it goes quite quickly as they take over all of them. Oops, they take over all of them very quickly, and you know what they do with them all? Fully annex them. Bam, bam, and bam. But these guys down here, well, there's a little land deal made between America and the green team. So the green team will be getting these 5 provinces here, just like that. And in turn, America will be getting just 3 provinces. However, these provinces are arguably more valuable. And they also get that island. So, I don't know. Maybe it's fair trade, maybe it isn't. But the Great Lakes Empire will grow again, and they're still easily the number one strong. Well, not easily, but they're still number one. Maybe, just maybe, they can get into a certain video. But, alright, that will do it for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.